So now you understand the basic, how you need to work around in the timeline. Now let's add a dynamic touch to your videos with the dynamic zoom effect in DaVinci Resolve. This effect allowed you to create engaging zoom ins and zoom outs, adding flair to your storytelling. So let's jump in right away. So where can you find this dynamic zoom effect? If you go to the inspector and you open it up, so right up here you see some different settings. And in the inspector tool, you are able to tweak and change your video clip. You can transform your clips, you can crop your clips, you can change the composition mode, you can handle the speed, stabilization, lens correction, retime and scaling, super scale. You can do like really cool stuff in the inspector tool. But the most useful tool also for YouTube is the dynamic zoom. So let's select a clip where we want to enable this effect. All right, so let's enable the dynamic zoom effect in this clip. So to be able to do that, you need to select the clip, you need to go to your inspector tool and enable the dynamic zoom tool. Enable it, and then you see nothing really happened. Yes, it zoomed in, but you cannot control anything. And we want to have fully control. And how to do this? Click on this arrow key and select dynamic zoom. And now you see you have a red line and a green line. So basically the green line means that you will zoom out of your object. And the cool thing is if you select dynamic zoom and you swap it from red to green, that means that you zoom in. Okay, I will show you. So now it zooms in. And if we swap it, it zooms out. So now I'm going to show you even more because you can manipulate this red box. So if you make it closer, it zooms in way more. So how close you make it means how intense the zoom is. So let's say somewhere here. And then you can also decide where you want to zoom in this effect. So you want to zoom to the left, you want to zoom to the right, you want to zoom in the middle, or to the left. So in this case, I want to zoom in somewhere here. Now let me show you what we just created. Boom. And if you want to start here, so you want to start zooming in and you want to go to zooming out, swap it, and you see that you start zoomed in and you slowly zoom out. So this effect is very useful for your YouTube videos. All right, so the dynamic zoom has some different functions. So you can choose out of all of these functions, and what they basically do is they decide how slowly you start your zoom in and zoom out. But I 99% of the time use linear. I mean 100% of the time I use linear. Okay, so now we created this really nice effect. So if you don't want to see these lines anymore, click on this dynamic zoom tool and then the lines are gone. A quick tip that I want to give you with this dynamic zoom effect is experiment with different zoom intensities and consider combining dynamic zoom with other effects for a truly cinematic look. But now you know your first effect, and now we can move on to the next step.